Kaden Samuels has entered the transfer portal. And guys, honestly, this is no surprise at all, but it is official. Kaden Samuels of UConn has entered the transfer portal after 2 seasons with the UConn Huskies. And this isn't a shock for anybody that was paying attention. She came to Storrs as the 41 ranked recruit in the class of 2023, and she was a promising guard, bigger guard with length, athleticism, and a smooth jumper. But UConn's backcourt has been crowded, especially this past season. And it was very, very tough for Qadence to crack some minutes. Despite some flashes of potential that Kaden Samuels has, she just never really got a full runway that she needed to really take off. As a freshman, she showed some sparks. In her debut game, she ended up dropping 11 points. And, she, over the course of that first year, she averaged around 5 points a game, 2.6 rebounds a game, just under 13 minutes a game. Like, pretty solid numbers in general. Like, not crazy impressive, not crazy bad, especially for a freshman at UConn, right? You don't expect, a lot to happen, but, there was some thought of, okay, what does year 2 look like for Kaden Samuels? And unfortunately for her, UConn ended up needing her even less this year than before, and that's because of some of the new acquisitions that the UConn Huskies had this past season. They didn't need her as much. And so she went from playing around 12 minutes a game, because also remember, last year, there were so many injuries for UConn. Remember that. This is a team that it felt like half the team was injured most of last season. Not this past season, the year before that. So I guess 2 seasons ago now, since this year is officially over. But 2 seasons ago, right, we had so many players injured for UConn. That was when Paige was playing power forward, right? And so Kaden Samuels had to play a lot of minutes. And then we go into this year where just about all the core players were healthy, basically the entire year. You brought in Kaylin Chen, who was just another player, another guard, right? And Kaden Samuels' minutes that she saw as a freshman severely dwindled as a sophomore. This past year, she only averaged around 5.5 minutes a game, 1.3 points a game when she did come in. So, of course, not much at all. And she was really the last off the bench option for UConn. And it just shows how deep and how talented this UConn roster is. This is one of those things where, she is a great player, but sometimes greatness does not materialize on every team, because she is on a team of full out stars. Okay? Full out stars. And if you're on UConn, not everybody can be a star. And so Kaden Samuels leaves UConn with the national championship. And that's not a small thing, right? And now she gets to have a fresh start, a chance to find a program where she can be a consistent contributor, not just a buried role player fighting for scraps of playing time. She has 2 years of eligibility left, and the kind of experience that she has from competing against the best of the best at UConn in practice is going to be a great addition wherever she lands. I anticipate her going to a definite smaller school, right? I don't see her, I could see her being a star at a mid-major. She could absolutely be a star at a mid-major if that's what she wanted to do. And hey, UConn, they don't have people transfer from them very often. That's not what they do, right? This is the 3rd transfer portal departure in the past 2 seasons. We had Inez Betancourt last year, and as well as Amari DeBerry. And this opens up another roster spot for UConn. Here is what their here's what their scholarship grid looks like. Shout out to UConn Women's Basketball Weekly for putting this out. And as you can see, for next season, we got Carolyn Ducharme, AZ Fudd, KK Arnold, Ice Brady, Ashton Shade, Morgan Shelley, Janet L. Alfie, Ayanna Patterson, Sarah Strong, Allie Ziebel. And then we have the freshmen. We got 3 freshmen coming in for UConn next year. And Cleese Fisher, Gandy, and Bianca. So 2 open spots for UConn next year. We'll ultimately see who they end up filling that with. They do have spots. Okay? They do have spots, and there is someone who there's a lot of talk about. There's a lot of talk about someone in particular joining this UConn team for next year. As of right now, nothing has been solidified just yet. But there is talk of Sarah Williams of Wisconsin. She's a 6'4" junior. There's some talk about her possibly going to UConn. All right, there is some talk about her possibly going to UConn. We'll see ultimately what happens there. As of right now, nothing has been solidified just yet. But yeah, there is a lot of talk about possibly UConn being interested in Sarah Williams of Wisconsin. I think that would be huge because Sarah Williams averaged 19.2 points a game, 9.8 rebounds a game this past year. So we'll see what happens. Still a huge question mark of where Sarah Williams ended up going. There's a lot of places that want her real bad, for sure. All right. DW says Sarah and Sarah has a ring to it. I mean, it does kind of. It does. Sierra says, what is this color-coded chart? You make this? I did not make this. However, shout out to UConn Women's Basketball Weekly, specifically Daniel Connolly. He made this chart. And blue is the seniors, juniors are red, sophomores are green, and freshmen are this sort of like orangish, yellowish color. So yeah, that's what we're at right now. Again, shout out to Daniel for the scholarship grid. I think this would be helpful to have for every single team. So maybe that's what I'm gonna figure out a way to do that, because I think it'd be very, 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 very helpful to have a chart like this for all the teams, not just UConn. So shout out to them for making it, but yeah, I should look into trying to see if I can make this for all the other teams, because this would be very helpful for me just to view it in this way instead of having to just kind of view it all separately. Like, this is a good chart, really good chart.